Everybody's talking about Serum 2 right now, and I absolutely get it. It looks amazing, but personally, I'm not going to buy it, and this is why. There's actually a deeper cost than just money, and it's something that not a lot of people talk about. So I don't mean to pick on Serum. Serum isn't the problem at all. It's what it stands for. It's another shiny new synth, another distraction, and that's actually what's often really slowing us down. Buying plugins isn't making music, but it kind of feels like it is in a way, and it can actually be a massive block. So this video isn't really about Serum, it's about how having too many plugins gets in the way of what we really want, which is to finish music we're actually happy with. When I started making music around 2002, I used a lot of crack software, I didn't have a lot of money, and back then downloading free stuff from the internet felt amazing. It was magical. It was completely mad. But after a while, I started feeling a bit guilty about using cracked software. So eventually, I kind of had a bit of money and I shelled out for a synth, which was Zebra 2 by Yuhi. I think it cost about 120 quid, which was a significant amount to me at the time. But paying that price actually helped me in a way that I didn't expect. It made me commit. So I kind of told myself, all right, you've paid for this. Now you've got to learn it. You know, I wasn't just going to kind of abandon it after putting that money down on it. So Zebra is insanely deep, but it can be simple too, and that's one of the cool things about it. And I just learned synthesis on it, and it taught me so much, not because it was magical, but because I stuck with it. And since then I've invested in pretty much everything Yuhi makes, and they've become part of what I call my plugin team. So I have a few like teams, a bit like a football team. So Yuhi, D16, Softtube, there's other companies as well. But these are the main developers I trust and the ones I go back to and take an interest in. For me, it's really powerful to have a small team and stick with it and not get distracted by all these other things. So I honestly think I wouldn't have spent the time getting to know Zebra and learning how to use it if I hadn't paid for it. And that's the problem when you just have really cheap stuff. You get these huge bundles nowadays. When you don't have any skin in the game, it's easy come, easy go. You load up a synth, you try a few presets and you move on. You never get deep, and often it's easy come, easy go because you're not invested in the process. You don't take the time to make it work. So sometimes you can get great results quite quickly, but there's no emotional connection to the track, and that's why often those tracks never actually get finished. So that's why I have my little teams. I know it's a bit silly, but I've kind of created this exaggerated sense of loyalty, a bit like a football team. It's like I support these ones and I don't like these ones. It's just me being silly really, but it really helps me focus and stops me from chasing each new release and like developing gas for it basically, and it helps me get the most out of the tools I actually have. So when I say I hate Serum, it's kind of a joke, but there's a bit of truth to it because basically it's a wavetable synth and Zebra's a wavetable synth, and I've kind of invested all this time and kind of stuff into Zebra. But basically, like, what's the point? I can't learn every wavetable synth. So if I've got a wavetable synth, I might as well use that. I mean, there's just too many things to learn. You can't master every bit of gear on the market. You can't even master everything in your plugin folder. And I've found that sticking to my smaller team has really helped me finish music and enjoy the process. So if you're thinking, yeah, I've got loads of VSTs, I haven't finished a track for a while, maybe you could try just picking one or two synths, a few effects, and just sticking with them for a while and see how you get on. So back in the day, producers had just a few tools, and look at all the amazing tracks they came up with. So you really don't need the newest synth, the newest thing. You just need to focus on a few tools, commit to them, learn them. And if you do that, I reckon you'll finish a lot more music, you'll feel more confident, and actually enjoy the process much more. If you'd like a little bit of help doing that, I've made something designed to cut through indecision and get really hands-on building an iconic dance track, Belfast by Orbital. So it's totally free, simple, and it'll give you a quick win. So just click the link below the video to grab that. And to prove my point about not needing a lot of gear to do something great, watch this to see how a classic was made with just one synth and one drum machine.